What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to vlog. Still feeling sick. Just me again, solo vlogging it up. We had our friends, the Pack and Paul's over for supper tonight.
I like turtles.
Dun, 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 dun. And it was kind of busy, and I got home late because Krista and I were carpooling and she was running behind. Waiting on my wife, waiting on my wife. All my life is waiting on my wife. And so I'm like, okay, and I just really wanted to talk to you about something as well. So I'm like, I'll solo vlog again tonight. Don't worry, Kristen will be back soon. But something that's on my heart that I've been wanting to talk about with you guys. I've talked to you about Kristen already, and I wanted to share it with you because, you know, I want to always try to just be open and transparent with you guys. And this school year, as you know, I'm a kindergarten teacher, or you may not know, that's my job. And I'm having a somewhat difficult year, and last year was also somewhat difficult. And it has me, I already know that I'm not gonna be a career teacher. I already know, I've already made up my mind, I am not gonna ever say this, yeah, I've been teaching for 20 years. I'm never gonna say that because I don't want that. Not that I don't like teaching, I do. To me, like, I don't wanna live my life doing one thing my whole life. I wanna do other things. I wanna use my talents and abilities and skills in other areas of life. And, you know, now that Kristen and I are having a baby, you know, God willing, you know, everything goes fine, and in May we have a baby. And you know, with having some second thoughts about teaching and, you know, thinking that one day I'm going to stop, I talked to Kristen last night just about a few things, and I was like, hey, what do you know, I'm just going to say something crazy and just tell me your initial thoughts. And I said, what would you think about me, once we have the baby, me taking more of a role of a stay-at-home dad kind of role / work part-time something role? And Kristen was totally okay with it, but it brought up some questions for me, like some gender stereotype questions, right? Like, let's be honest, most teachers are female. It's not out of the ordinary for a teacher to take a few years off of teaching to raise their kids. It happens all the time. But it doesn't happen very often that a man does it. I don't know of any person in my immediate life or anybody that they know that's a stay-at-home dad or that's stopped teaching to be a dad. I don't know of that as a thing. And there's a lot of, I feel like there'd be a lot of gender stereotypes or a lot of like backlash from like society or like community, like, what do you mean you're gonna be a stay-at-home dad? Like, how are you not gonna go, you know, be a breadwinner for your family or whatever? What makes that appealing to me is the idea that I could be at home most days helping raise our child, taking care of the house, all that kind of stuff, and working on the YouTube channel, and Kristen's YouTube channel. Our goal, our 5-year plan for Kristen and I is to, in 5 years from now, be able to do YouTube full-time. YouTube content creation, Instagram, Facebook, write books, get some endorsement deals from some brands. Like, for example, I'm trying to contact some different coffee companies to say if they would like sponsor Kristen and I, and we could be able to just exclusively use their coffee. And for our listeners, give you like a 10 or 15% discount if you buy their coffee, something like that, right? Like different lifestyle brands that we align our values with, and, you know, through all types of other things, be able to support our family through YouTube. And what makes that possible is the fact that we live a pretty modest lifestyle. We live in an area that's not that high price to live in. We have a very, very low mortgage on our home. Kristen doesn't have student loans, and it's entirely possible for me to maybe work part-time or even substitute teach a few days a week and then just be a stay-at-home dad the rest of the time. And what makes it even more possible is my mom, who lives right across the street, babysits for a living, and Kristen's mom is retired. So she could have a lot of people that could help watch our child. Anyway, it's a possibility, and what I want to kind of go with this, come full circle with it, is, you know, I think it's okay to question. Like, if you're a teacher, it's okay to question, is this really, like, for me? Or is this what I want to do forever? Or when's the right time to get out? And for me, what other good time would there be to get out than hey, I'm having a child. Why don't I take a few years and raise my child, and then maybe work part-time, maybe sub, something like that, and then once our child's ready for school, maybe I'll go back to work and then at school or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'll probably teach again next year. I'm just saying it's a thought. It's something that I'm thinking about. And if you're a teacher, if you're having those thoughts, explore them. Because here's what I was doing. I was finding myself pushing those thoughts deep down. I was like, no, I can't think that way. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Who's a stay-at-home dad? Who would do that? No, there's no way I could do that. Absolutely not. And I would just ignore those thoughts and ignore those thoughts. And I was like, you know what? No, like, I feel like if you have the thought in your head, do I really love doing this anymore? Or do I want to do this next year? Or how much longer do I want? Answer those questions. You owe it to yourself to ask. Because if you're not in love with what you're doing, you deserve to love what you do, not just tolerate what you do. We all deserve to do something that we love. You do. You truly do. You are worth it. You're worth that. And so I feel like I'm worth that as well. And it's okay to explore different options. And honestly, truthfully, I do enjoy teaching. But there's things about it that I don't love so much. I love teaching. I love teaching kids. I don't like any of the other stuff that comes with teaching. The red tape, the paperwork, the assessments, all the crap that you have to do. I hate all that crap. So I owe it to myself to explore other options and to at least entertain the idea of not teaching. And to be honest, when I think about my daily life and I think about being home, I honestly like cleaning the house. I like keeping up with the affairs. I like gardening. I like all those things that aren't traditionally masculine, and I think that's okay. No, I know that it's okay. I like those things. I get that from my mom. I enjoy cleaning. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy gardening. I enjoy all those types of things. And when I think about staying at home and raising a child and then maybe substitute teaching for a few days a week, because think about it, subbing, I could sub and I could just teach and then go home and not worry about all the red tape bullcrap, you know, so I can still get my fix of helping kids. And I don't know, it's just something that I'm thinking about. And I would appreciate your thoughts on the matter. Just some feedback, some ideas, some, you know, maybe if you yourself took some time off work to raise kids, what were your experiences? How did you make ends meet financially? Did you work part-time? I know some of my viewers actually did that, and I'd love to hear from you. You know, with the idea of if I was staying at home, I would be working part-time and I would be working on the YouTube channel full-time as well. Trying to do more videos, trying to keep up with Kristen's stuff more. And, you know, so someone might say, well, why can't Kristen just stay home and you work? Well, she could, but Kristen is also the type of person that really enjoys her work and what she does. And she's strong and independent, and she really likes what she does. And me being home, I would be able to work and do all the technical stuff of the vlogs and take care of all the stuff. So when she got home, all I had to do was film a little bit, but she's not the person that does the vlogging and all the stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be as easy. It wouldn't make sense for the vlog, building that side of our lives, because we really truly do want to do this full time. And if we want to grow our channel and really grow this to be bigger and to be able to be big enough to support us financially, I'd be the one having to pull the strings and do most of the work on that. So that's kind of our thought process. And like I said, by no means is this something that we're for sure doing. It's just a thought that we've been kicking around. And like I said, I just want to let you know that if you're having similar thoughts, you owe it to yourself to explore those thoughts and ask the tough questions, because you deserve to be happy. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick life update on what I'm thinking. And like I said, I appreciate all your support and comments. Just let me know if you have any experience with anything like this. I would love to hear it from you. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.